will be able to, keep his army cloaked for a while. So the mothership is just about to pop here, down at the third base. He has Chrono boosting it out, and he has a large army of 39 Stalkers and 5 Colossus. So we're about to see what he can do with this. There'll probably be an engagement right about now, once that mothership is out. Timing, because timing with that mothership is to want to get it before they see it, before he can prepare. So here we see the engagement now. There is no Overseer for July, so he's going to have to make an Overseer right now. He does have Burrow. Oh, and he may lose all of those Corruptors without being able to take down that mothership. And there's no Overseer even in production right now. Heavy losses on the Zerg side. Definitely going to be able to take out the third base here. Look at the army size now, 190 to 100. The production, they're producing so many units right now. 23 Roaches and 21 Corruptors, trying to get as much as he can to be able to take down this army. But it looks like this may not be able to be taken out.
Yeah, that was a great technique to use versus a Zerg that is far better economy. And you actually can see harassment of the third expansion up here.
I just find it odd that I haven't seen one Overseer reproduced. Oh, there you go. Just as I say that, we have 9 Overseers being produced. But I think it may already be too late for him to do that.
Yeah, he panicked when he saw the mothership. Often what Protoss can do is make a bunch of Archons and vortex your army, and then throw all the Archons on there, and because the vortex is in one small area, when the Archons come out, it's called the Archon Toilet, and sucks them all in, pops them out, the Archons kill everything in one hit. So that is a technique he could have used. We see
it does look like Rhino was able to hold that off, but he does lose his 5th base as well as his gold expansion, and very many units, and it looks like, Rhino is only mining off of one base right now, and he's just extremely oversaturated on that base. He does have a ton of drones just sitting doing nothing. He's rebuilding his hatchery to be able to produce more units. You see these Overseers coming into July's base, maybe can throw a couple of kidnappings. Stop those productions for, it stops the production for, what is it, for 30 seconds, I believe? So, but right now, if you look at the economy, Rhino still has 50 harvesters, but all those 50 harvesters are on one base, and July is on 4 bases with 17 harvesters. He's just taking his gold now, so it's only a matter of time before he pulls ahead. Actually, another mothership is in production for JulyTwo here.
Yeah, the mothership, even though it's rarely seen, it forces a response, and especially from a race that doesn't have invisible detection or on-demand detection like the Terran and Protoss. The Zerg has to carry around their very flimsy units, the Overseers, to detect for the mothership. So it's definitely useful, and I really like that he's reproducing it because Rhino did not respond properly when he saw the mothership. Like you said, he should have immediately made an Overseer, and he probably could have won that engagement. He did have a very decent counter to that army.
Oh yeah, but those Ultralists do tear apart those Stalkers pretty well in the right numbers, and I think he did have the right number of Ultralists to take out that army. But, like you said, without those Overseers, he can't see those Stalkers, so he won't be able to take them out if he can't see them. So we do see here Rhino kind of, struggling to get his economy back up. He rebuilt his base at its gold, which is just about mined out anyways, and he rebuilt his 5th base, which there's Zila just picking away at drones. That Zila has 2 kills already. Some Zerglings going to be taking out those Zilas very shortly. We do see also a Greater Spire was produced by Rhino, so we may see some Broodlords being produced from these Corruptors. Broodlords are also very good against the ground units, and we do see another engagement with the mothership here. A ton of Stalkers. There's still no Overseers in that army, so he's going to try and pick off that mothership, which he does. He picks off a couple of Stalkers, tearing apart everything that they see, and those Corruptors are pretty much useless now because they can only attack air. But we do see 9 Broodlords in production, as well as 10 Roaches and 24 Zerglings.
And I think if he would have scouted the mothership, I mean, it's definitely hard because there's so many bases you can produce off of, but a Broodlords would have been a better response, because it really forces the Protoss to engage on their terms, otherwise they have to run away from the Broodlords, because if the Broodlings spawn, it's back.
We do see July taking out the 5th base of Rhino again with some great Stalker Blink Micro, you know, blinking back those Stalkers when they're low on health. But now we do see the army of Rhinomeister moving across the left side of the map. Gonna try and pick them off while the Stalkers are at the other end. Do see these heavy Broodlords coming out. They're gonna be able to pick off cannons far away. They do a lot of damage, especially the fact that they are level 3 now, so 26 damage, as well as spitting out 2 Broodlords, 2 Broodlings apiece, which do... can't click on one, they die too fast. They do a nice amount of damage in the right numbers, but these Stalkers will be able to blink right onto these Broodlords and pick them off right away. I do think that this may be the last resort for Rhinomeister, and if July can clean this up, that will probably be easy from Rhinomeister.
Rhino even brought drones, so this was definitely an all.
Yeah, this was his last. This was his last stand. If he wasn't going to finish it here, there was no way. And there you do see Rhinomeister has left. So, a couple things about this game I guess we can see is that the mothership I think definitely played a huge part, because the fact that Rhinomeister did not respond with those overseers right away allowed July to just tear apart his army, as well as tear apart his gold base. So it was just very, we do see, even though Rhinomeister has left, July's units are still running around.
I'm curious whether or not he just didn't see that, or maybe he just wants to push him off. Because it was
maybe he just wants to make for good TV. Maybe he can. But so that mothership definitely played a huge part, because not having those overseers allowed July to kill a lot more units than he should have, and I think that's really the biggest thing about that game.
Yeah, it definitely forced a response. This response was incorrect, so July was able to take.
I think maybe one thing July could have done, maybe bury the hatchet a little sooner, was maybe throw down 1 or 2 more robo facilities. Once he's on that 3rd base, he could just produce so many more units out of those robotic facilities. Just get 4 clusters at a time instead of 2, and just be able to melt away everything. So there, actually, the replay just ended. So I guess July realized that, oh, this guy's not actually here. I'm just beating up on nothing. So that was a replay casted from H2O Technoboy, one of the higher ranked players in our division. He is actually the highest ranked player in division. He's actually just about on the cusp of being in the Blizzard top 200. So we'll definitely have to look out for him. Blizzard's top 200 does require you to be about 3,000 points. I'm sorry, and he's at 2911. So figure, if he really does all of his work these next 2 weeks, he could probably pull it out. So thank you all for watching. Once again, I am H2O Peanut,
and I'm H2O Cascas,
and thank you for watching.